three shlokas which all of you must be knowing. First will be Vakratunda Mahakaya, then Saraswati Namastubhyam, then Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu. Together. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Me Sada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Now in your booklet the shlokas are given. The prayer shloka Sadashiva Samarambham up to Om Sahana Vavatu Shantihi. We'll chant. We can chant together. Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyoma Vadvyapta Dehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastum Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Invoking the grace of Shri Gnana Ganapati, Shri Medha Dakshina Murti, Shri Narbadeshwara, Shri Gnaneshwari, and also Kalyana Subramanya Swami, Valli Devasena Sameta Shri Kalyana Subramanya Swami, and of course the blessings of entire Guru Parampara, Pujya Swamiji. We start the retreat, Guru Purnima retreat, on the text called Brahmavid Ashir-padi Paddhati. Regarding the name of the text, I will explain after giving some introduction to the topic. This text is the text related to Vedanta. So it is a Vedanta text. Then what is Vedanta? Most of you know. But for my satisfaction, I would like to say a few things about Vedanta. Vedasya antaha Vedantaha. Some Sanskrit words I will be using. Don't be afraid. I will be translating whatever Sanskrit word I use into English. So Vedanta word has got two parts, Veda and Anta. The meaning would be the end portion of Veda is Vedanta. Then question would be, what is Veda? The end portion of Veda is Vedanta, which is otherwise called Upanishad also. But what is the Veda whose end portion is Upanishad called Vedanta? For that, we say Vidyate Jnayate anena iti Vedaha. That body of knowledge with the help of which certain topics are known. It's a body of knowledge with the help of which certain topics are known. And what are those topics? As one definition of Veda goes, Dharma Brahma Pratipadaka Apaurusheyam Vakyam Vedaha. What is Veda? Veda is Apaurusheya Vakyam. The sentence, the group of sentences, Pratipadaka, revealing Dharma and Brahma. So, Dharma and Brahma are known with the help of this body of knowledge, and that body of knowledge is called Veda. So, Veda is the body of knowledge with the help of which one understands Dharma and Brahma. So, Dharma Brahma Pratipadakam Apaurushayam Vakyam is Veda. What do we mean by Apaurushaya Vakyam? Apaurushaya means it is not a product of human intellect. Paurushaya means coming from the Purusha, human being. Apaurushaya means not coming from, not produced by human being, human intellect. And that Vakya, the group of sentences which are not having their source, original source in human beings, that is called Vedaha. And this particular part we generally highlight, especially in the retreats. This point I highlight. In residential course, I have told once or twice, therefore they need not be told again and again. But some of the participants may be new, therefore they need to know this important thing about the Vedas. There are 4 Vedas, you must have heard: Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, Atharva Veda. And these Vedas are consisting of mantras. And these mantras are not composed by any human being. Generally, people, when they are exposed to Vedas little bit, they are given this wrong understanding that in olden days, rishis, they did experiments, and whatever experiments they did, based on they derived some conclusions, and those conclusions are presented in the form of Vedas, Veda mantras. This is a very common wrong understanding about Vedas. They say that our rishis were the subjective scientists. So they did all experiment, maybe mental experiment, and at the end of the experiments, they drew the conclusions, and those conclusions are presented in the form of mantras. This is a very popular thinking about the Vedas. But it is not true. Yes, we have received the Vedas from rishis only. No doubt about it. But rishis themselves have received the Vedas. We have received from rishis, but rishis themselves have received from the Lord. And we do not have one rishi. Unlike in other religion, there is one messenger only. From one messenger only we get the text. We don't have that. We have hundreds of rishis and rishikas also. Male and female both. Rishis are there, rishikas are there. Female rishis are called rishika. So, rishis and rishikas have received these mantras, and from them we have received through parampara, through the lineage. Therefore, these Vedas are apaurushaya vakyam. And the main subject matter is Dharma and Brahma. Now, based on these two topics revealed by Vedas, Vedas are divided into two parts. The first part will be called Veda Purva Bhaga. The first portion of Veda, Veda Purva Bhaga. And second part is called Vedantaha, the end portion. Veda Purva Bhaga primarily talks about Dharma. And regarding Dharma also, people have got so many wrong understanding, so many types of wrong understanding. Nowadays people say we should destroy the Dharma. Dharma is like what is called virus. One person said like this, Dharma is like a virus, so it should be destroyed. And because Dharma is separating people, or Dharma is discriminating people, all these are wrong understanding about Dharma. What is Dharma? Different ways it is defined. One simple way is Dharma is that which is followed by noble people. Dharyate punyatmabhihi iti dharmaha. That which is followed by these noble people, right people, that is called Dharma. And this Dharma is followed based on what? Based on the body of knowledge called Vedas. So Dharma is that which is known from Vedas and followed by the right people. That is why Dharma is translated as righteousness. Or we can say Dharma is a view and way of life in harmony with the totality. Dharma is a view and way of life in harmony with totality. That is called Dharma. And this Dharma consists of three things. One is Satkaryani, we can say duties. Second is the values, Sadgunaha. And third is proper attitude, Sadbhavana. So Dharma is consisting of these three things. Duties, Satkaryani, values, Sadgunaha. In the language of Gita, it is called Devi Sampat. And values. Bhavana. So Sadgunaha, values and Bhavana. Bhavana means attitude, Sadbhavana. So Satkaryani, Sadgunaha, Sadbhavana. Means what? Duties, values and attitude. These three things comprise Dharma. So if you think you are doing your duties, but if you are not following values and attitude, then Dharma is incomplete. Achha, what do we mean by these three duties? In olden days, duties were decided based on the Varna and Ashrama, the social classification and stages of life. If a person is a brahmachari, he will have one type of duty. For a brahmachari, the duty, the student, brahmachari means the student. The student duty is to study. Study and serve the teacher and serve the institute in which he or she is studying. That is called brahmachari dharma, brahmachari's duty. Similarly, grihastha. What is the duty of grihastha? First of all, taking care of wife and children, and taking care of the all other three ashramas, brahmacharya, vanaprastha, sannyasa. All three ashramas are taken care of by grihasthas. Therefore, grihastha ashrama is considered to be very important one. So this is the duty of grihastha. Similarly, vanaprastha has the duty of doing the upasana and becoming the source of inspiration for society. In life, it is important to get engaged and also important to retire. There are some political leaders, they never talk of retiring. So one has to learn when to get engaged and when to get disengaged. One should know. And that vanaprastha is showing. Their duty is to inspire the grihasthashramas, brahmachari, by leading the life of simplicity and meditation. And sannyasi's duty is pursue the atmak dhanam. So thus, every ashrama has got duty. And that is called satkaryani. And every ashrama will have values. In fact, values, most of them are universal. Some of them are specific to some particular ashrama, the stage of life. So, values, duties, and sadbhavana. The third is bhavana. Bhavana means attitude. One common attitude we talk about in Shastra is reverential attitude. Let there be reverence for everyone. Whether you like the person or you don't like the person, minimum thing is reverence for everybody. Reverence for people, reverence for animals, reverence for plant kingdom. So, reverential attitude is a part of Dharma. You respect everyone, including animals. And afterwards, further attitude is talked about in the context of karma. May you do your karma with the attitude of offering to the Lord. Ishwararpana bhavana. And when you receive the result, prasada bhavana. So this also can be included in dharma. So dharma means duties, values and attitude. So we have such a refined understanding of dharma in that Hindu dharma, this Christian dharma or this Islam dharma, that doesn't come into the picture. It is universal. Duties are there for everybody. Values are there to be followed by everybody. Attitude is to be entertained by everybody. It is universal. Therefore, we have this definition of dharma, which is really a secular definition. Our dharma is really secular. Why? Because we are not talking about particular messenger or particular form of the Lord while defining dharma. In our definition of dharma, it doesn't come. Dharma means you have to follow Shiva, you have to follow Krishna. That is not part of the definition. Whereas in the definition of this dharma in other religion, what they have, you have to be loyal to this particular God. If you don't believe that God, that messenger, you are not following dharma. Whereas we are not saying that you have to follow this person or that person. So really speaking, the Dharma which we are talking about, it doesn't have any allegiance to any particular form of the Lord or any particular messenger. We don't have to say you have to follow this rishi or that rishi and all. We don't say. All rishis. And so thus the Dharma is a view and way of life, which is understood from the first part of Vedas called Veda Purva Bhaga. Second part of the Vedas is Vedanta, which is dealing with the truth of everything. The truth of Jiva, the individual, Jagat, the world, and the cause of the world called Ishvara. So Vedanta is that part of Vedas, the end part of the Vedas, which is dealing with the truth of Jiva, Jagat and Ishvara. And the truth of Jiva, Jagat and Ishvara is called Brahma. What is the meaning of Brahma? Brahma means limitless. Brahma means limitless. So limitless reality is called Brahma. So Vedanta is the end portion of Vedas dealing with the ultimate reality, limitless reality, the truth behind Jiva, Jagat and Ishvara, which is called Brahma. And what is the connection between the Veda Purva Bhaga and Vedanta? Veda Purva Bhaga, which deals with Dharma, prepares the person to receive the knowledge from Vedanta. So Veda Purva Bhaga prepares the person for Vedanta. That is the connection. If you lead your life as prescribed by Veda Purva Bhaga appropriately, then you are ready for Vedanta. And I just missed one point. I would like to add that in olden days, we used to have this ascertainment of the duty based on Varna and Ashrama. But Swamiji, nowadays we don't even know which Varna we belong to and even which Ashrama we belong to. Some people have such a state, they can't decide. I am a brahmachari, no, got married, but now not married also. So many states are there. So therefore, you don't bother about that. So now Pujya Swamiji is to say, your duty is decided by the role you are playing. In a given period of life, in a given moment, you are playing some role. Right now you are playing the role. Which role you are playing? The role of a student or the role of a listener. And the student or a listener has certain duties. What is the duty of listener? First duty is listening, not sleeping. That is the first duty. Second is not disturbing anybody by unnecessary movement. Some people move so much that the person behind is disturbed. Or doing some exercise, stretching. Some people have that. So, not doing all of them and listening attentively is the duty of listener. Then you have so many roles. You are playing the role of a father or mother, son or daughter, husband or wife, a citizen, or you are a member of some club, some organization. So you have so many roles. Every role has a script. Script is what that role is supposed to do. That is called the script. And following the script is called doing one's duty. Following the script of the role I am playing is called doing one's duty. Always ask this question, what role I am playing? And what is the script of this role? And generally, you will know that as a listener, what I am supposed to do, as a son, what I am supposed to do, as a father, what I am supposed to do, mother, what I am supposed to do. You know it. If you don't know it, we have the Shastras, we have the elders, we have the Acharyas. Ask them. Nothing wrong in admitting one's ignorance. In fact, those who admit the ignorance, they alone can learn. Admit your ignorance. And oh, I don't know what is the role of a son or a daughter. Let me understand. Understand the role and follow the script of the role. That is called doing one's duty. So, this definition is very much required in the modern time because we do not know which class we are, and even if we know whether I am will be able to follow all the duties of a Brahmana or a Kshatriya, I am not sure. Therefore, we follow this definition. Playing the role properly. Following the script, I play my role properly. So that is dharma. And if you do that, if you follow the script of the role you are playing, then that prepares you for Vedanta. It is not easy. I am saying that, oh, Dharma Swami is very easy. Just following the script of the role, but every time it is not so easy. As a son, you have a duty, you have a script to follow, and many times your likes and dislikes to your father will come in your way to play the role. Swamiji, my father is horrible, so I can't talk to him, I can't go near him. So there are some obstacles in playing the role. So overcome those obstacles. Go around and try to do whatever one is supposed to do. And in that process, you mature yourself. Your likes and dislikes are reduced, which is called antakarana shuddhi. And because of doing the duty, these papam are reduced. That also is antakarana shuddhi. So durita, papa nivrutti, ragadvesha nivrutti is called antakarana shuddhi. And also Shastra talks about the upasanas to be done, certain meditations to be done as a part of Veda Purva Bhaga. And by doing that, Karma Yoga and Upasana, you become ready for Vedanta. And Vedanta reveals this limitless reality called Brahma. And important thing is that Vedanta reveals this limitless reality not as an object sitting somewhere. Oh, Brahman, I will reveal Brahman. Where is Brahman? Brahman is in the deep cave in Himalayas. In that manner, it is not revealing. Vedanta is revealing Brahman as you. You are limitless Brahma. How? That Vedanta explains. So Vedanta is revealing limitless reality called Brahma as yourself, as true nature of yourself, as true I. What really you are is Brahman. In this manner, Brahman is revealed by Vedanta. Somebody may say, Swamiji, by knowing Brahman, ena prayojanam. So, what purpose will be served? For that, Vedanta itself says that because of not knowing yourself to be limitless, you are considering yourself to be limited. When you do not know yourself to be limitless, what is the only possibility? You are considering yourself to be limited. Limited body, mind, sense complex. And because of that, you have got the struggle to become somebody. Very funny situation happens that you are limitless essentially, But since you do not know yourself to be limitless, you are considering yourself to be limited. And again you want to become limitless. Limitless you are, wrongly you consider yourself to be limited, and again struggle to be limitless. And so the whole life becomes the life of struggle to become somebody. You think that once I have got my family settled, children settled in different countries, then I will be okay. I will be okay means I will be free from this sense of limitation. That korai in Tamil they call it. The sense of limitation. And from that you want to become free. And so the whole life becomes a struggle to become limitless. And Vedanta says that what you are seeking in your life is yourself. You are what you are seeking in your life. And therefore, knowing yourself to be limitless Brahman is important because it makes you free from the struggle to become somebody. You always want to become somebody. When we were small, we want to become adult. And then we want to get married and then children and whatever. And again, funny thing is, at the age of 65, you wish to be a child again. How nice if I become 10-year-old. So, you always struggle to become somebody, what you are not finding yourself to be. And from that struggle, one becomes free by knowing oneself how one is limitless. And this understanding is to be assimilated. Otherwise, people say, Swamiji, I already know I am Brahman. But nothing happened. So, this understanding has to be assimilated. And understanding will be assimilated when person has necessary preparedness. And also person has followed the sadhana of receiving the knowledge and assimilation of knowledge. And the sadhana of receiving and assimilating knowledge is called Jnana Yoga. The Jnana Yoga is consisting of Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam. Shravana means being exposed to, simple definition, being exposed to Vedanta with the help of a teacher. And then Mananam means becoming free from the doubts regarding what we have listened to from Vedanta. And Nididhyasanam is assimilating what we have understood and what we have become convinced of. So these three sadhanas put together is called Jnana Yoga. Thus, Veda is giving us the entire series of sadhana to discover freedom, moksha. How? Prepare yourself by karma yoga and upasana, receive jnanam by jnana yoga, and by jnana yoga discover, own up your freedom. So prepare for jnanam, receive jnanam, and be free with the help of jnanam. This is the teaching of Vedas. And this teaching is presented here in this text, especially the teaching of Vedanta. The Veda Purva Bhaga teaching also is suggested, but mainly it is focusing on the teaching of Vedanta. The teaching of Vedanta is what? Revealing this Brahma which you are. So teaching of Vedanta in one sentence is what? Tattvamasi. That teaching, which is the essential teaching of Vedanta, is presented in this text. And this text is titled as Brahmavid Ashir-padi. And afterwards in your book, further one word is there which I will explain later. But the original title of the text is Brahmavid Ashir-padi. Paddhati means a method. Method of Ashir-vada. Ashir-vada, generally Ashir-vada, all of you understand this word as what? Blessings. Swamiji, Ashirvad dijiye. So Ashir-vada we generally understand in the sense of blessings. But here it is not in the sense of blessings. Generally we are not aware of another meaning of the word Ashir-vada. One meaning of Ashir-vada you know, blessings. Another meaning of Ashir-vada is prayers. Prayers are also called Ashir-vada. So, a method of prayers. Prayers by whom? Brahmavid, the knowers of Brahma. So, Brahmavid Ashirvad Paddhati means a method of the prayers by Brahmavid, the knowers of Brahman. And why Sankshepa? Sankshepa means a brief version. The text which we have selected here for this retreat is a brief version, edited version of the original text Brahmavid Ashirvad Paddhati. In fact, I have brought the text to show you what is the original text, how it looks like. I don't have original text, I have got this. This is the original book which I found so many years ago and I really like this. And this text has got 53 paragraphs. They are not in the form of shlokas, they are in the form of paragraphs. And these 53 paragraphs are presenting the prayers of the people who are knowing Brahman. Then question would be, Swamiji, why the knowers of Brahman should pray? All his prayers are answered. The Brahmavid means, you just now say the one who knows Brahman is limitless, free from sense of limitation, free from samsara, he gets moksha. Then after becoming Brahmavid also we have to go to the temple and we have to pray. That question is valid question. The answer is, here the word Brahmavid is used in the sense of a person who knows Brahma but not intimately. He knows there is something called Brahma and that Brahman is supposed to be my nature, but right now I am not able to see it intimately. Many people have this type of situation. Swamiji, I have understood Vedanta, but I am not able to see this Vedanta teaching in my life. It's a very common question. People think that they have got a unique problem. Swamiji, I have a very unique problem. It is not a unique problem. Sometimes we think, that my physical disease is very unique. Nobody will have this. I also thought like this. I used to have some sound, I used to hear some sound in my ears. So I thought that I have got unique problem. When I talked about it in one small group of 10-15 people, 3-4 of them had. So it is not like that you think you are unique in your disease. No, you are not unique in your disease. You are unique in a different way. So here, this is a common problem. What? I know Brahman, at the same time, I am not seeing the result of knowing Brahman as promised in Vedanta. As they say, promised land has not come. The promised land has not come. So for those people, we use this word Paroksha Brahma Jnani. So they are knowing Brahma, but their Jnanam is as though Paroksha. Even though they use the word Aham Brahmasmi, but it is as though Paroksha. Another word we use, Pratibaddha Brahma Jnani. They have got the knowledge of Brahma, but it is obstructed. So, obstructed Brahma Jnani. They have knowledge. In the tank, water is there, but in the tap water is not coming. Possible or not? Sometimes possible or not? In the tank water is there, but in your tap water is not coming. Why? There is some block. Air block is there. And so air block, what happens that they go and tap this, hit this pipe or something, or whatever needs to be done, they do. Then water comes. So similarly, most of the people, after studying Vedanta, they have this air block problem, air block like problem. And what is that? That they have got either doubts, samshaya, or aspashtata, this vagueness, or habitual error, because of which they are not able to own up this wisdom wholeheartedly without obstacle. And those people are called here Brahmavid. So Brahmavidam, Paroksha Brahmavidam, Ashir-vadanam Paddhatihi, Brahmavid Ashirvada Paddhatihi. The method of prayers of those people who are knowing Brahma but with obstacles. And this is a brief version, therefore it is called Brahmavid Ashirvada Paddhati Sankshepaha. Alright. So now title clear. First, in any property, the title clearance is required. So here title clearance. Brahmavid Ashirvada Paddhati Sankshepa. And this text is written by Vidyaranya Muni or Vidyaranya Swami, we call him. His name is Vidyaranya. He was a great Acharya of Advaita Vedanta in 14th century. He was the Shankaracharya of Sringeri Pitham. And he has written so many books. Panchadashi is one of the most popular book. Anubhuti Prakasha, Vivarana Prameya Sangraha, Jaimini Nyayamala, and Upanishad Deepika, the brief commentary on Upanishad, Brihad Vartika Sara. So many books. Jivan Mukti Viveka. So many books he has written. And his name, Vidyaranya, is because of the tradition of Dashanama Sannyasa Sampradaya. There is a tradition of the sannyasins having one of the 10 names. Any sannyasi who is following that particular sampradaya, particular lineage, which was founded by Shankaracharya ji, sannyasa lineage, in that sannyasa lineage, one of the 10 names will be there. A sannyasi will have the title, the end title, one of the 10. What are they? Giri. Like some Swamiji you might have heard, Vidyanand Giri. So name will have the last part is Giri. Giri means mountain. But it's not that this person is a mountain or something. Don't connect with that. Just name. Second is Parvata. So some name can be having the last title Parvata. Vidya Parvata, Ananda Parvata, any Parvata. That Parvata also has got the meaning mountain. That meaning of the word doesn't have any significance. He is having that title. Not that you have to be very big Parvata like thing. Then Sagara. Third is Sagara. Vidya Sagara. So some Sagara title will be joined, will be added. Then Vana. Vidya Vana. So Vana will be there. Tapo Vana. So like Vana. Vana also is a title. Vana means forest. But it's just name. Aranya, like Vidyaranya. Aranya is one more title. Then Tirtha, Bharati Tirtha, Tirtha, Madhava Tirtha, Swayam Prakasha Tirtha. So Tirtha is a title. Then Ashrama. His name will have title Ashrama. Vidyashrama, Anandashrama. So it is not that ashrama means a place. Ashrama refers to the person. So this is one more title. Then Puri. So Puri, Tota Puri, you might have heard. The Guru of Ramakrishna Paramahams. So Puri. Therefore Vivekananda Puri it is. Then Bharati. Vidya Tirtha Bharati. Bharati also is a title. And last title is Saraswati. Like Swami Chinmayananda Saraswati, Swami Dayananda Saraswati. So Saraswati. So these are the 10 titles. One of them is Aranya. It is just nice to know. Therefore I refer to. Swami ji, आप तो वेदांत पढ़ाने वाले हैं. Why you are teaching all this? This is a information nice to have. Our sampradaya we should know. So Saraswati. So many times people get confused because the title no Saraswati comes, so people think a lady coming. So, so Saraswati in aeroplane and all they get confused. There is a Saraswati, Mr. Saraswati, Mr. or Mrs. So problem. So Saraswati is a title. So here Aranya is a title. Vidyaranya. And Aranya has got the meaning. He is the forest of Vidya. If you want to give the meaning will be he is the forest of Vidya. Means what? He is abode of Vidya. Like forest is the place having so many trees. Similarly, he is like Aranya for Vidya. So Vidyaranya means the abode of Vidya. One who is full of Vidya, Vidyaranya. And this Vidyaranya Swamiji has written this text. And some Acharya has offered a salutation to Vidyaranya, and that shloka is presented as the prayer shloka of this text. So we will read the shloka. I will read, you can repeat after me. Veda Vedanta Samrajya Dharma Kamartha Mokshadam Vidyaranyannumah Punyam Yo Vidyaranyamachinat. Please read. Veda Vedanta Samrajya Dharma Kamartha Mokshadam. One word it is. Vidyaranyam Numaha Punyam Yaha Avidyaranyam Achinat. Here the main sentence is this. Vidyaranyam Numaha. Numaha means we salute. Nu dhatu is there, Numaha. We salute. We offer our salutation. To whom? Vidyaranyam. Vidyaranya Swami, who is the author of this text. And some adjectives are used. What is he? Punyam. Punyam means he is holy, pure. Punyam. One translation they gave is holy personage. The holy personage. So he is embodiment of holiness. Punyam. And Veda Vedanta Samrajya Dharma Kama Artha Mokshadam. He is the giver. Giver of what? Veda Vedanta Samrajya. Samrajya means sovereign kingdom or sovereignty. Mastery. Mastery over what? Veda. Here Veda refers to Veda Purva Bhaga. The first part of Veda is called Veda. And Vedanta means the second portion, the last portion of Veda. So this is a common usage we have heard, Veda Vedanta. It has got some technical problems. If you say Veda, then Vedanta is included. Then how can you say Veda Vedanta? Like if I tell you bring Devadatta and his hand also, his legs also. So Devadatta you bring, then hand is already there, legs are already there. So how can you say Veda Vedanta? So people, those who think, they think that how Veda Vedanta, how it is possible. So then we say here Veda refers to Veda Purva Bhaga. So the first part of Vedas, and Vedanta the last part of the Vedas. So Samrajya means mastery. So Vidyaranya Swamiji, Dam is giver. He is the giver of the mastery on Veda Vedanta. So if you get his blessings in his form of his teachings, his text, then you will get the mastery over Veda and Vedanta. So Vidyaranya Swamiji gives you the mastery over Veda Purva Bhaga and Vedanta. And by that what will happen? Dharma, Kama, Artha, Moksha. All four Purushartha. You have heard this? Dharmartha, Kama, Mokshaha, Chaturvidaha, Purusharthaha. These four Purushartha. Purushartha means human goal. In vernacular, Purushartha has got the meaning effort. But generally in Vedanta context, Purushartha has got the meaning human goal. So these four human goals, which generally people are seeking, Artha means security, Kama, pleasure, Dharma. Dharma means, in this context, Dharma means well-being, here and hereafter. Invisible factor leading to well-being here and hereafter is called Dharma. When we talk about Dharma as a Purushartha. And Moksha, freedom. Freedom from the bondage. What is the bondage? Bondage in Shastra, it is called samsara. And samsara means struggle to become somebody. Another definition of samsara is dependence upon the world to be happy, peaceful and secure. That dependence upon the world to be happy, that is samsara. Family is not samsara. Particular setup is not samsara. What is samsara? I have to depend upon the world to be happy, secure, peaceful. That is samsara. And freedom from that is called moksha. So Vidyaranya Swami is the means giver. Giver of the mastery over Veda Vedanta and all four Purusharthas. Not only that, further description is there. Using the word Vidyaranya, some description is given. We salute to Vidyaranya, Yaha, who, Achinat, cut, destroyed. What? Avidyaranyam. So very nicely playing with the word Vidyaranya. So one who destroyed the forest of ignorance. Avidyaranya means forest of ignorance, and ignorance brought wrong conclusion. That is called Avidyaranyam. So very nicely said. I salute to Vidyaranya who destroyed Avidyaranya. Who destroyed the forest in which we are lost, the forest of ignorance and ignorance born wrong conclusions. Thus, in this shloka, the salutation to Vidyaranya Swami is offered, and Vidyaranya Swamiji is glorified as the giver of all four Purushartha, destroyer of the forest of avidya. So with this, the Dhyana Shloka or the Prarthana Shloka is completed. Now, from the next class, we will enter into the text proper. So, we will meet at 11:30. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Namudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purname Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.